Hi, Fancy community. Welcome back to Fancy Talk Show. And in this segment, the second segment of this session, where we are looking on how to maneuver life uh, setbacks. And we had our guest Ruth, or rather, we have our guest Ruth, who has already taken us on her journey. It's a journey full of scars, full of pain, but she was able to bounce back. So, Ruth, how have you managed to, first of all, not to look like your story? And how have you also managed to bounce back despite all these heavy setbacks?
Well, I realized finding the hardest thing to maybe distract yourself is the job here. You have to find something that you like, something that will keep you on the balance before everything else weighs you down. So, in that, I found myself farming. I found myself introducing like a kitchen garden
Mm-hmm.
at my rooftop where we are currently sitting right now.
Mm.
So every moment I would feel like I'm downsized, I would buy a plant, buy a flower, come do it here. And after planting, I would tell God, I didn't get to bear my own life, but I can get to bring life through my hands. So help me see the beauty of what I've just planted. But before I got there, I had hidden myself inside. I didn't want to see people, so I found myself that I'm going low on my performance score. My life was going down. I was going down on my social skills. I couldn't perform one task to completion without having made 100 errors. I am an accountant, so you can imagine what that can do to your audit. Unajipata uko na short hapa, you've overpaid here, you've done this there. So in fact, it almost messed up my career. I could not hold the authenticity of my job with my mental state at that moment. My emotional state was a wreck. I could not do anything without thinking something broke me down. I cannot do this. Now let's cry. And I remember there's a time I had a partner back then. So there was a time I would go to the office and tell him, just get out, just go. Whatever you are about to do, Yate, I'll finish it for you. The essence was not him staying away from me, but me being alone. Even at work, I wanted to work alone. Even
You
cooking,
became a loner.
I became a loner. I didn't see any interest kwa dunia. I seemed to not care about anything. I became reckless with my words. I would tell you anything very insensitively without even caring what that will do to you. Because at the back of my mind, I'm going through the same thing, but do you really care? Before you said that, did you stop to think that I might have my own demons that I will come showering them down to you?
Mm-hmm.
So character wise, it affected me just kidogo because I needed to find the track back to being sensitive, being careful of what I'm saying, given that what are seeds that you plant in people that grow into something
And
unimaginable.
you can't take them back.
And I can't take them back. I can take a heart yenye nilikugonga back
Mm.
because that one you can massage it na ama umpatie something
Mm.
just to cool off.
Yeah, words
But
cut
now,
deep.
the moment you've uttered something with your lips and it has gotten into someone's memory,
Mm.
there's no taking that back.
Now, how are you coping with this? Because the other person may not know what you're going through, and you've become very insensitive to them. And especially when maybe you are passing the street, you step on somebody, or just something happens, somebody who totally doesn't know you, it's their first encounter with you, and you are so rough. How was that making you feel at the end of the day? And were you just hurting people and be like, sasa hata wewe deal na hiyo, I'm also dealing
Yes,
with
that's
mine?
what I was doing. I was telling people to just do you. You've told me that. What did you think I will say? I'll cry and maybe let you go. You've hurt me, so let's share the bread.
So
You've
the whole
given me a whole one.
experience,
Let's split it into two.
yeah.
You take your half, I take mine. So if it hurts you, I don't care.
That's your business.
That's your business. You started it. But then before
What about in a scenario where one did not start? Maybe you stepped on somebody, but you're not remorseful. You did it.
I used to walk. Like there are several times wamama wa street hivyo tumepatana, mtu enako like mtoto anaendelea aje, mtoto bado ananyonya, ulipata kasichana,
Maybe where you used to shop.
So this mama I was buying stuff from, one of this day akaniuliza na mtoto anaendelea aje, bado unanyonyesha? So I just looked at her, nilitamani nimwambie it's none of your business, I just stop asking me questions. Just drop it. I know you want to know what happened. I know you want to know all the baby stuff you might be curious about, but stop. I decided. But then I just looked her in the eye and told her, mtoto ako sawa, ananyonya, na nimemwacha kwa nyumba amelala. But I broke down. Singeendelea. Kaniuliza na nini umelia? Kama katoto kameingia tu kwa macho. I walked. Before nifike kwa stairs, fancy, nipande stairs nifike kwa nyumba, I was trembling. Singeenda a step further. Nilikuwa natembea kidogo nashikilia rails hivi. Nasikia hadi mikono haina nguvu ya kushika hizo rails nipande. So nilikuwa napanda stairs kidogo, nakaa chini. Nalia, alafu naona ni mchana, people are coming down, others are going up. So when walikuwa wanipata kwa stairs, I used to be rude to them. Like, mnaangalia, what is the show here? Ndio mnakaa mnaangalia, that is too nice. Hamtaki kuondokea. Nikafikia point kwenye wakajua, Wambui ni mtafu. But that's not me. Ni ile, please don't nag me. At this point, I need to be alone. I do not want to see your face close to me. Stay away. Na sio mtu ndo amekaa na kuuliza, how can I help? Nothing. Walk. Just walk. Ile niguza, nikaanza kuona ni kama nitajibu watu vibaya. So I stopped going down. Nikaanza.
Wait, you are trembling. Relax. Ni baridi ama ni story? Hey? Okay.
Sorry.
Breathe in, it's okay.
So I stopped going down. Nikaanza huku juu. Ningefanya kitu nisikie iko too much. Nilikuwa napanda huku juu.
So this has been your safe space.
Yes.
And it's so beautiful. We can see how you've transformed. I've known you to be very creative, and you need to show our audience this, how Wambui has transformed this place. You have cuckoos, you have different plants, and I just feel like you can do this as a career, by the way.
Yeah, I'm looking into that. I have been doing analysis on the financial projections, the know-how on rooftop farming, urban farming. So I've been thinking of actually kuifanya kama career, just something to help with the economy. Nikuje nikutengeneze your own setup hapo, ukijisikia kukula mboga unapanda hapo unachuna. Kama mimi kuku napandanga tu na tumaji moto na kisu, nakuja na chinja naenda nakula nyama. I've found life to be quite sustainable kwa hii kitchen garden, because even looking at my own consumption kwa nyumba, budget-wise, I'm finding myself slicing almost 30% ya expenditure yenye nilikuanga nayo ya jikoni. Because that if I don't eat the chicken themselves, nitauza mayai. Na hiyo itanunulia ka tule to dry foods twenye sijapanda huku. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So here you have chicken, plants, and what else?
I used to have rabbits. Nilizi disposed last month.
What happened?
Walikula mboga zangu ikaisha. Currently I am having 64 pieces of kuku. Niko na 10 different varieties of fruits. Kuanzia passion to grapes to oranges to strawberries. Pia nyanya tuna consider ka fruit, but those ones are upcoming. I am waiting for the March seasonal rain. Nipande the greens, given that I'm trying to go low on water consumption. My goal here is recycling everything that is recyclable. If you look around, you will see nimepanda kwa dustbins, cement bags, buckets, all those things that you can consider trash for you. I have looked for ways where I can make them to something beautiful. So yeah.
And indeed you have. It's a beautiful space.
Thank you.
And so after, in the midst of all this, did you at some point consider going to therapy? And if yes, how has that helped you?
I actually wasn't the person who came up with the therapy idea. I went to see my mom off a day she had visited, but I couldn't get out of the gate. Niliangukia tu hapo kwa gate. Ile tu panic. Naona watu nashindwa kupumua. Siwezi endelea, nikaangukanga hapo. So mama akaniambia no, ni serious. So I called a friend of mine anaitwa Charity. She had walked with me through the second pregnancy loss. Nilikuwa na crazy shedding ya nywele, nilikuwa na nywele mbili hiyo time. Nilikuwa nashika tu hivi, unaona postpartum shedding. Nilikuwa nashika nywele natoka na kichank tu. So I consulted her, nikamwambia Charity. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Nikamwambia I need to talk to someone because I feel like I'm being drained by all this and I'm going down with them and I have a lot on my back that I cannot let down. So I need a way of tackling this. Akaniambia because I am not around, I will look for someone mwenye atakusaidia. So akanitafutia therapist. I went for 2-3 sessions. Akaniambia now we cannot do this. I think you need to see someone higher than myself. So
Charity was a therapist?
No, Charity was a friend who connected me to the therapist.
Yeah.
Now the therapist akaniambia tuone psychiatrist kwanza, akusaidie ku regulate your, I don't know how they call them, hizi sijui happy mood nini,
mood disorders.
Yes. Akaniambia let's see someone who can help you. Pia nilikuanga na hallucinations, nilikuwa na insomnia, panic attacks, nalala nasikia tu mtoto analia. Mtoto akalia tu kasi kwa prepared nisikie mtoto akilia alie tu once, nilikuwa nashtuka naangusha chenye nimeshika. Like sikuwa naweza kumanage through baby cries and all. So venye tuliongea na Charity akaniconnect to a psychiatrist, akaniweka under antidepressants for some time. But then on the last session that we were supposed to hold, sikuenda. I didn't show up. Nilikaa nikajiambia now this
Do you
is
need
my
to
life.
rest kidogo? You're fine?
I'm okay.
You're sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
So nikamwambia nikajiambia this is my life now and I need to take control. I need to take charge. I know I am going to face a tough world out there. Kitu nanimanga na sijui kama nitaisahau ni mtu kusema nauza watoto black market. Yes, that was the story going round streets your time. Because usually
by who? Friends?
Family or people who? Can traumatize you.
Yeah.
People will be the end of you. Unatoka nje, the same people you laughing with ndo unasikia wakisema unauza mtoto black market.
But unauza na ukui rich.
I wonder the same thing too. Ningekuwa mahali Maldives nimejenga nyumba kwa hewa because selling 3 pregnancies. At least
ningejua umechange lifestyle.
Hey, and then 3 pregnancies si kitu takupea cheap money. Something worthwhile, something worth the years and decades of your life when you utakaa tu chini ukule upumue. I had to deal with that. Nikatoka hao tu wa mama wenye wanasema hivyo, nikaenda nikawasalimia, habari zenu, mnaendelea aje? ni vizuri tuendelee hivyo. And I walked. So I guess walibaki wakijiuliza, okay, see. But then again, I had to wear that shoe fancy. Sometimes naingianga kwa nyumba sitaki kuongelesha na mtu. Nataka tu kujifungia nilie. I know I have had a good day. I have no reason to cry whatsoever. I'm hurting or anything, but something must trigger you to those moments. Hata kama uko happy aje, when that moment comes, hakuna control. Utajipata tu umeongelesha watu vibaya, umeanza kulia out of nowhere, ama mood tu imechange, ama like now I am trembling, I can't. Unajipatanga tu. Once you've been triggered, una control. And the best thing you can do at that moment, because si mtu amekuhurt, these are situations even beyond yourself. The situations you could not have done anything to make them better. There's no way you can revive a dead body by yourself. You need divine favor. You need that divine touch. There's no way you can take that pregnancy back into your tummy and tell it, no, let's continue growing from where we left from. Never happens like that. So in cases like those, ambia Mungu, niko. I come as I am. Yeah. I surrender this to you. I need to go to work, but I can't because people are weighing me down. Everywhere I'm going, people are staring at me. If I happen to just pass and then turn back, I see people pointing at me, and I'm like, you think you're special? You're no any more special than I am. We're all created the same way in the human form, but we have different capabilities. You think you can do this? Fine. That's your capability. It's not mine. And I cannot contest against that because I know we all were potentially created with different areas of expertise, different knowledge levels. We're all different. So something mostly the society goes wrong on that. You're too quick to judge. You're too quick to laugh at a woman who has lost a pregnancy, or a woman with a broken marriage. Mnakuanga haraka sana kucheka huyo mtu. But the moment that person sits close to you and tells you the kind of life they have gone through, manzo utajichukia hata wewe mwenyewe, because people are walking out here with wounds you can't imagine. They are walking with scars you can't even look straight into them. Things you cannot heal from ingekuwa ni wewe. So before you judge, please sit, nikupe story. Hata chai nitakupikia. Before ni judge venye na deal na vitu huku nje. Come. Let's sit down. Get to know me first. Yeah. Uniambie kama ingekuwa ni wewe, would you have handled it differently? And if yes, teach me. Teach me. I don't know how to go on from life. In life with all this in me. And it's not something I can just let go. Niseme now, kilienda, kimeenda. No. It's something that reminds you every single day, manze. This is who you are now. Yeah. So I do not know how to go on with life from this blow. But one thing I know is I'm not meant to go down. I wasn't born and haven't lived this far to just go down with 3 pregnancies. No. I'm not going down with 1 rape. Yeah. That's a joke.
That's the spirit.
I'm not doing that. So, as I said, as I told another person, you want me to go down, we are going down with you. Or if I'm going down with a very good fight. Siachili just like that. Stop judging us huku nje. Wacha kujiona venye mzuri kuniliko. Anything can happen to you in a split of a second.
Hey, life takes turns. Life takes turns.
No, before uongelele mtu, jiulize, if tables stand and you are the other side, hii side yenye nimeka, utaihandle aje? That's the biggest challenge nataka kuachia watu.
Yeah. So we could be having, you know, a woman there, a lady, or even a man who maybe they found themselves fighting battles. You know, we say those unspoken battles because very few, you know, will be courageous enough to be vulnerable in such a space. But they don't know how to deal with them. They don't know how to go about it. What can you tell them? A word for them?
Take one step at a time. It hurts a lot ikiwa fresh. Hata wiki mbili zitapita ukiumwa. Wiki ya tatu itapita ukiumwa.
Yeah.
Mwaka wa tatu utapita. Even 10 years will pass with you on that same moment. Because nime notice when this happens, we always stuck at the last moment when we were pregnant. Hatuwezangi kuendelea nao from hii point yenye mimba imetoka, mtoto amekufa, hatuwezangi kuendelea from there. Like myself, me I'm still stuck kwa that night yenye nililala mtoto akicheza, nasikia movement hivi. I'm still stuck there. And I cannot remove myself from there totally because that's the last memory I have of my kid. So even if nataka kuachilia, I can't let go at all.
But you learn to live with it.
But I learned to move forward nayo. Every time nikiona tu najiambia, ipo siku. One of these days, pia mimi nitatoka tu hosi na mtoto, unlike other days nendanga natoka bila.
Amen.
It's the hope that keeps you alive. Sasa ikikukalia we kubali. Do not deny that pain. Pain has its own way of dealing with you.
So you allow yourself to go through the pain.
Go through that. Enda hata kama inauma aje, hata kama unasikia no, go through it. Feel every inch of that pain because that is who you are. You know, believe me or not,
It's part of your journey.
nguvu. You can decide to take pain as pain, or you can decide to take pain as an elevation ya kukupeleka
A
staircase higher than where you're standing. However way you choose, whichever way you choose to go, make sure the path you're taking is where you yourself find you in the winning chair. Si pale kwa casket, because manze ni haraka sana. I cannot tell you of the many times I have thought of jumping over.
Yeah, suicidal thoughts.
Yeah, the thoughts, they will keep coming at you. Every now and then you will see yourself unworthy. You will see yourself not enough. Kuna time hata nimejifungia kwa ofisi because every thought that day ilikuwa inaniambia tukufe. Chukua kisu, jidunge, tukufe. Enda chukua glasi ya maji, break it, jidunge tumbo, tukufe. Enda huko rooftop, hiyo itakuwa easy, utaruka tu, utafika kama umekufa, panic itakuua probably. Just jump, utakufa tu. That day I knew I didn't want to die, but everything pointed at me being dead. So what did I do? Nilienda tu kwa ofisi, nikajifungia ndani, nikatupa funguo nje. I didn't want to imagine my mom standing over my casket ama mbele ya maiti yangu helpless. Hiyo picha haikukuja at all.
Wow, Ruth, we thank you very much for, you know, being vulnerable in this space, for encouraging. I'm sorry, I can see you are shaking. It's not easy, but personally, you know, having seen you go through all these phases, I can see there's a real transformation. I can't believe today we didn't cry, because every time we talk this story, it's been tears. I remember
how we used to cry at us.
We will cry, and you know, I get short of words. I'm helpless. I don't know what to say, but I can't believe today we are here. You remember, I've actually been telling you, I'll never ask you to come for this show. It's you who will tell me I'm ready. If you are ready, fine. If you are not ready, because some things are so heavy. You know, heavy, and you have to allow people to have their space and to deal with their issues without really being the one. You know, it's not like I want to create content out of this as per se, but the minute you told me you are ready for this, I was like, God, this is really what we've been praying for. So I'm very happy that you've encouraged people. I know people will be asking for your numbers, but maybe you
They
can
can
tell
have
them
it.
they can have it.
Yeah, they
You've
can
given
have
me
it.
the consent.
Yeah,
Fine.
okay.
And you can also maybe give people, you know, your social handles as we wind up, and you do your parting shots.
Okay.
Yeah.
So guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching me give my story, something I didn't think I'll do. You know, I used to think I'll just cower inside it and bury myself and nobody will know what happened to me, but thank you for giving me the chance. My social handles on YouTube is The Rooftop Farmer. I'm a Boboa Rooftop. TikTok is Lynn K.E. Brown. Lynn K. Brown. Mostly wanaekanga ile I. So it's Lynn K. Brown. Facebook is by my name, Rutsela Wambui. And Instagram is Africa Connect. Africa Connect is under the traditional photography I do.
Yeah.
Yes, so it's more of my brand.
Yeah. And you need to come back to the creative. We did a shoot with you with my babies and it was awesome.
I'll
I think
come
we
back.
need to do another one.
Yes.
So thank you.
I think it will be my first after all this has happened. I haven't had a chance to have a shoot. Ni yangu peke yangu, and I wanted to see the changes my body has made after losing the baby weight, doing the exercises, trying to tune it back to how I was. So yeah, I would be privileged to have you on my shoot.
We are coming. We are coming. Jerry's birthday is around the corner, and you know.
Oh gosh, that
how
little
we do
princess.
it.
Nobody can append a pitch.
I know, right? Yeah. So we'll be coming for the shoot. We'll talk that. We'll talk about that later. But thank you so much for for allowing us in your space. It's such a beautiful space. Personally, I think I'll be coming also to unwind here.
You're more than welcome. I'll make you a cup of tea.
I know, and kuku.
Yes, and
Tutamaliza kuku. Yeah, and thank you also for for the journey, for allowing yourself to go through the process, for this far that you have come. Thank you for encouraging people, and I wish you all the best. Even the little that is remaining, I wish you all the best, and I pray to God that He speeds up in making you whole again. You're such a happy soul, such a creative soul, and I can see we are getting back. So yeah, so guys, don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, to leave your thoughts on the comment section, and we are very, very happy to to bring you this content, and we are looking forward for for your feedback. Thank you. Bye.